Hey there, guys. It's your pal Elton here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And if I'm not your pal, well, then I guess you're not a loyal fan. I was going to say subscriber, but as I mentioned in another video not long ago, it doesn't really matter if somebody's subscribed or not because I've checked my analytics on YouTube a few times, and it shows that the majority of the people who watch the videos, like yourself, are actually not subscribed. So what the hell difference to make if you're subscribed or not? Why? So it looks more important. So why? Because if you got like 100,000 subscribers, it's going to make you one more person all the more difference. They're going to feel obligated. Well, I have to subscribe now. He's got so many subscribers. Whatever. I should have that many anyway, but you know, whatever obvious reasons I don't. So hell, even being a Canadian is not something a lot of Americans don't like, for example, because they think, especially those who live more to the south, a lot of them, not you, I know some of you are like fans of mine. Now, this is not offense to everybody. I'm not stereotyping, but I know a lot of people from the southern U.S. are not fans of Canadians because it's far away, and they think we're communists and we have free healthcare and all that. So, whatever. If you're beyond that, like my friend Ed Beatty in Savannah, Georgia, hello to you. Well, then all the more power to you. Well, I'm very happy to bring you guys this painting. I just finished, so I'm a little bit tired, but I got my coffee over here. And it's funny because as soon as I grabbed it, I didn't realize is it by coincidence that I happened to grab this cup today? This particular cup with this AMC Javelin sketch that I did. This cup is 20 years old, man. It's showing its age, unfortunately, it's cracked. But again, this is a unique cup. Not many of these were made by a guy named Chris Rickard in New York State, along with some of my other AMC sketches. And anyway, it's a long story. But yeah, it's really cool to have that to show you, and might as well watch me take a swig. You know me well, you know what coffee I drink every day, even at home. But even at home, that wasn't always the case. But anyway, whatever. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my god, I don't know why this arm is bothering me now. I wish I had the tripod on it. Alright, so give my arm a different angle here because it's kind of hard of annoyed to hold the camera here. Well, I have to say, first of all, that, you know, it's been utmost pleasure making a painting of this car. You're going to see a video soon of my friend's, this exact 76 Pacer, that I did a quick video of when I met him again in Granby, just over a month ago. And so I pitched him the idea, you know, a week or two ago, whatever. I say, you know, how do you feel if I do a painting? I'll give you a really good deal since you're a friend, you know. And because normally this is a $200 painting, all right. And he said, yeah, sure, no problems, no problem for the money and all that. He's worked a lot, and he's just very motivated type of guy, you know. Not like me when I was 18. I was like, I didn't even want to work. Like, money? Well, what do I care about money? Where's my allowance? You know, like just kind of spoiled suburban kid, I guess. So anyway, so, you know, I was thinking to myself, I should give you a little brief history of this car because I never give you any history of any cars when I do these videos of these paintings that I do, right? I do one a week. And I'm very happy to do this because, again, there's nothing like creating and getting paid for it. So I wish I'd, like I said, started doing this years ago. Maybe well, I don't know if I'd be rich, but I'd be more wealthy. Because, like, seriously, actually, I'd like to, at this point, to ask you, if you want to become a Patreon member, patron, you know, chip in a certain amount a month, that would be greatly appreciated. You could find me on Patreon because, man, the revenue, I just got paid yesterday for the my YouTube revenue from last month was $255. $255. What a smack in the face. I mean, if that's not discouraging, I don't know what is. I have fucking over 12,000 videos, for crying out loud, you know. And then because of Trump, I'm sure not Biden, because Biden's a moron anyway. That I'm sure like all YouTube creators, we're all getting clipped because of them. So that's like $46, I think I was clipped as a tax. I mean, that's just nuts. I mean, you know, seriously, anyway, I don't want to say it, but a big F you to all these guys. I don't trust politics. They can all go to hell. I don't care if it's Trudeau. Seriously, man, like, we help out other countries. We can't even help our own people. But anyway, so now I veered off. Like I said, check me out on Patreon. I would be to support an honest guy who lives righteously, even though he's poor. But there's no bull. I'm not collecting welfare checks. I'm not connected. I'm not, you know what I mean, doing things under the table. So, anyway, So back to the Pacer. So the Pacer, this is a 76 as the title says. The Pacer was only made for 5 years, from 1975 to 1979. They only had this round two-door model, and it was definitely a big, huge success, even in France actually, I guess because the French have always, you know, had a thing for American cars. And what was different about this car, it wasn't just that it was compact, but it was just had this enormous glass compared to, like, you know, let's say the Ford Pinto, and it was more stylish. It was even wider. It was wide, like well, it was wider than any compact car for that matter. It was a big deal, you know. And it had they put the trusty 258 cubic inch straight six cylinder, which was a great motor. Even though it made up for a lot of you know, foibles that AMC cars had in general. You know, they were definitely the worst of the big, well, not the big three, but big four. And so the funny thing is that the Pinto, the American Motors, I guess, I don't know if they were still designed by Dick Teague, this particular model, I would imagine, who made, you know, all the other things, the Javelin, like I said, the Hornet and AMX and all that, Ambassador. But this car was originally supposed to have a rotary engine, which is hard to believe, but that was apparently a huge failure. They couldn't, they weren't able to put that in production in time because, you know, yeah, they had set deadlines, right, for to make this car. So anyway, it was like I said, it was extremely popular, and but, you know, it was one of those cars that popularity waned. You know, it just didn't last because, well, because they were, even though they were compact cars, people thought they were economy cars, but they got terrible gas mileage. It was a big six cylinder. All the weight of the glass and the weight of the doors made them very heavy. You know, the Pinto was like that, worse, but this is probably even worse than that. And obviously there were quality issues with these particular cars. You know, it was part of the what's known as the malaise era of the 70s. So, and now onto this painting itself. Well, first of all, I have to say that as much as it was fun to do this, it was daunting to try to match the color. This is actually not the exact color of my friend's car. This is close to it because you see my camera was on a certain setting, and it's on an enhanced color. So it's more actually of a color like this. And, well, I hope I'm right anyway, because it was not obvious. I even looked up the color chart in Google for AMCs in 76. And I mixed, there was a mix I used of bronze. I don't know if I have it here. Anyway, bronze, a certain light green, and a yellow. And that pretty much did the trick. Now my friend Antoine, he put those AMC mags. Those are factory AMC mags. And there he is right here. Here he is with his Pacer. This is right when I started to make the video. And let's see if I go into my downloads section. Where the hell is it? Where's my down? Okay. Yeah, you see, here's a close-up, another still shot I took from the video showing one of these AMC mags. And not easy to do something like that, like all the nuts and everything in the center when you're painting that small. It's very hard to do stuff like that. The Toyo tires, I didn't like it. I told my friend flat out, even though ironically I looked a few days ago when I started painting this and I found out that Toyo was actually bought out by Pirelli this year. Go figure. Or sorry, they were bought out by Goodyear. Sorry, Goodyear, I think. And so I was like, no, I'm not putting Toyo tire. You know, I don't know. My friend explained to me why he couldn't find BF Goodrich, or they were too expensive or something. And I said I was going to put the BF Goodrich, and frankly, I forgot. And I'm at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting the BF Goodrich because I like it the way it looks. It's a Pacer. It's a cool looking car. It's funky. It doesn't need white letter tires. It doesn't need BF Goodrich or Goodyears or whatever. You know, even the other picture I'm using, which for me, if I had one of these cars, I'd love that one. Why not? I can't wait to hopefully ride and win this car one day soon. Hopefully Antoine's going to come get the painting soon, like he said, and, you know, go for a little ride in this thing. But here's another picture I found for the angle that I wanted. And you can see this one's got Magnum 500 mags on it, and the white walls out there. It's just such a nice touch, so cool. I mean, to me, Magnum 500s are like Kragers. They look good on anything. And with the correct white wall there, this looks like exactly what my friend James Mays had on his 69 Ambassador. And so it's interesting that I forgot to, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but, you know, the car was so different from anything else. They did everything different. There was nothing. The only thing that was in common exterior-wise with the other AMCs was the Kelvinator door handles here, right? And which that was not conventional, and so you know, AMC took a big gamble with this, and but again, to actually, you know, have had plans to put a rotary engine in that, that's crazy, that's nuts, you know. And again, hence pointing in how hard it is to paint something that's really, really small. Only the bristles, the brushes can limit to is right here is the plate. It's not fantastic, but I love how I put the AMC symbol there, the crest, the badge, whatever, because I thought something was missing on here. I wanted to do something a little bit different than the other paintings, you know, and I think it looks awesome. It really looks like an ad, is what it looks like, you know. And to me, that's the whole point. When you're doing paintings of stuff like this, what do they call that? Realism? I don't even know if that's the correct term for it. I mean, I'm a perfectionist. I like to do things as good as possible. And you know, again, I was thinking about my next project. I'm like, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to start showing you guys. I did it a couple of times, other paintings, but it's hard to show you how I paint, because somebody asks you how do I do it, but it's because of the fact that you know, I'm visually impaired. So again, when I'm painting, I'm literally like this. You know, I have my glasses off. My glasses aren't on, and I'm, you know, like this. You know, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to have to do something. And yeah, as for my next project, I got my payment ahead of time. Thank you very much, Mrs. So-and-so there out in the... Oh, no, wait, sorry. I should be keeping that a surprise kind of thing, but yeah. I think it's a surprise. Well, let's just say it's going to be a truck. And a special type of truck. And, yeah. So I don't know if I actually can say anything. I'm thinking if I can talk about it. She didn't say anything about like not saying out there, but still. And that's about it, guys. So again, my email should be there somewhere if you're interested in having something like this done. Like I said, it's minimum $200 to do a car. Also, if it's a truck or bus like this, if it's a commercial vehicle, well, it's like $250 and up. If it's a train, it could be even more. Again, it's all about detail. The more details, the more work it is, you know. And what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Jesus. Oh yeah, check this out. I framed this recently. Well, I reframed it. It came with this frame. It was all disgusting and dirty. It had this crappy, like, colorless purple weird matting, and I just took it all apart. I repainted the whole matting, put the whole thing back together. It looks great. 1983. Maybe this will jog in my memory again. Pretty cool, eh? I bought it to sell it, but I'm like, that's beautiful. I'm just going to keep it for a while. And look at that. We don't even have any more horse-drawn buggies, or as we call them here, a calèche, because of fanatics, you know, because a couple of horses fell, you know. Well, what do you think we had before cars? Yeah, anyway, I'm trying to remember again what it was I wanted to mention. Something about the... Oh, yeah, and so... Yeah, I'm doing that next, and oh yeah, one more thing. What's weird about this, I guess, because I'm of the astigmatism I have. That's probably why the wheels are a little bit crooked. Sometimes my wheels are a little wild. Like this one looks like it's turned. Obviously, this one is a little bit off. Not terrible, but again, that's what makes it cool. It looks realistic, but it's not. It's like pop art, American art, you know. And I might be doing, well, if you know Cold War Motors, I know some of you subscribe to Scott as well as me. Well, if you're, I'm pretty sure sometime down the road soon, maybe after that truck, I'm going to be doing a Dean's Edsel. I know he's interested, so it's just question inflation is affecting us all, eh? Yeah. Of course, some people would say that's the rich want it that way. Well, maybe some, I don't know, man. I'll believe anything at this point, you know. Like I told somebody the other day, I'm not the gullible bump on a log I was when I was in my 20s. Huh. No sir, Bob. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and yeah, always look forward to your questions and comments and stuff. And take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah. All right, you take care of that. Say ciao da, ciao da.